Welcome back to the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie. In this video, I have 5 riders I want you to look at this weekend in Tampa, tips for the FFL, the weather report, race day schedule, and an early look at what my team could be on Saturday. And if you want a chance to win an authentic Red Bull, KTM, O'Neal, Marvin Musquin jersey, be sure to stay tuned till the end of this video. Looking ahead to the not so sunny state of Florida this weekend, we have a couple new additions to the injury report as Preston Kilroy will miss Tampa as well as the foreseeable future, but Dylan Ferrandis looks to be out just a single round as he adheres to the AMA's concussion protocol and will come back next weekend as a double eligible rider. Reminder that the PulpMX Fantasy website has 2 features to help you with injuries. The first is the big red cross flag next to the guy's picture to denote an injury. The other is a little checkbox that says only show riders in AMA qualifying results too. You guessed it, only show riders that put down at least 1 lap in qualifying. It is not 100% foolproof as guys can still put down a time but not be able to line up, but it is a start in the right direction for your team. All right, on to some picks for Tampa. All of my picks are weatherproof, meaning I am recommending guys that should fare just fine in the event things get sloppy, but they're still solid picks even if we stay somewhat dry on Saturday. For this weekend, 3 guys to target, 1 to avoid, and a high handicap guy. For you gamblers out there, starting with the low class and working our way up. 250 All-Star, about 2/3 of you can still pick Hunter Lawrence this weekend, and if you can, you should. But if you followed my advice last week and he's locked out, I like Max Anstie. He is fit, he is fast, he is a veteran, and he has tons of outdoor and sloppy weather experience. In addition to the weather threat, this track has a gnarly sand section, and any and all guys with GP experience are more than equipped to handle it. The guy I am wary about picking this weekend is Chris Blose. Typically, I favor veterans when the conditions look like they might get rough, and that might still ring true for the veteran here, but there's no debate that he is coming in a little unprepared as a last-minute fill-in, and the veteran has not raced the outdoor series in America since 2009. He is still probably an okay choice, but there are definitely going to be better picks out there. Moving on to the 450 class, we are blessed to have a ton of great outdoor guys as all-stars this weekend, but I like Justin Barcia the most. He comes in with a 5 handicap, which is topped only by Aaron Plessinger. He was 6th last weekend, and that is even with a crash. He gets good starts, and he has multiple main event and moto wins in the slop. I liked Barcia even before I saw the forecast, and I love him after. Similarly, the points eligible guys here, good in the dry and maybe even better in the wet, let us talk Dean Wilson. The firepower Honda rider has been nothing but consistent this year, just like pretty much every other year, logging 6 finishes this season, all in the top 14, which is what he needs for double points. If it gets slick and nasty with a little luck, no one would be surprised to see Dean Wilson sneak well into the top 10 in Tampa. This weekend, something a little different for your high handicap pick. Since retiring in January, the SevenDeuceDeuce Adam Entignap has found a new love in PulpMX Fantasy, so I will have him tell you who has his lit pick in Tampa.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's SevenDeuceDeuce, and my high handicap PulpMX Fantasy lit pick for the week has to be Kyle Chisholm. After having that last corner scuffle with Frederick Noren, you know Kyle's got to be pissed. This week, he was in Florida testing the bike all week. The entire team was there. I got the insider information, and you better believe in Tampa, his home state, Chiz is gonna chiz. Let's get it.
Moving on to the FFLs, Tom Vial took the opener, and that could be a very strong pick moving forward. Hunter and Mosman each had 1 last year, but other than that, everyone here is looking for their first. 450 side, Tomac finally grabbed 1 in Houston to back up his class-leading average start and average gate pick metrics. Hard to argue against that data. Weather in Tampa is not great. We have about a 50% chance to see rain starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and that jumps up to 60s when the gates actually drop. They are listed as scattered thunderstorms in the forecast, so I don't expect an all-out chocolate pudding fest, but it is still going to play some factor in the night show. Our first Far East round moves the start times up another hour all the way around, with Race Day Live kicking off at 1:30 Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific. RotoMoto Patreon supporters can expect the enhanced cheat sheet delivered around 5:30 Eastern before the basic qualifying sheet hits Twitter and Instagram at about an hour before the picks lock, and the gates drop when they do so at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. Before I show you my early team, I want to talk to you about Maxxis Tire coming on for all 17 rounds in 2023 so I can deliver these videos for you. You know Maxxis Tire. You know their MX ST tire designed by the king of Supercross and my all-time favorite rider, Jeremy McGrath. It is the newest and most advanced tire in the Maxxis MX lineup, featuring an all-new tread pattern, compound, and composition to provide the stability, predictability, and traction that the upper tiers of motocross demand. Available at your local retailer and also at motosport.com. My Thursday team is full of safe riders until I see what weather we are going to actually get. Max Anstie locked into my all-star spot. I have Nate Thrasher at a -1, Jace Owen with a 4 handicap, and Henry Miller also with a 4. On the big bikes, give me Bam Bam and his 5. Ever consistent Joey Savacci at a 1, Colt Nichols with a 3, and Dean Wilson locked in with a 4. The prize for the highest championship league score in Tampa will be an autographed Fly Racing Chance Hymas jersey, but if you are not great at fantasy, that is okay. If you want a chance to win an authentic Red Bull KTM jersey, consider joining me over on Patreon. For just about $1 per week, you are entered to win race used and autographed memorabilia, and insiders and above double their entries, as well as an exclusive podcast talking fantasy stats on every rider in the field, and those enhanced cheat sheets that come out every single Saturday. Link for that will be in the description below. And do not forget to follow at PulpMX Fantasy and at RotoXMoto on both Instagram and Twitter for injury updates as the weekend rolls on, qualifying info, and stats and banter throughout the race itself, and those qualifying cheat sheets once qualifying is done and wrapped. Thank you, as always, for watching the PulpMX Fantasy Show presented by Maxxis Tire. My name is Donnie. May your chizzes chiz this weekend. Remember that 8 is great. And most importantly, have fun. Good luck, y'all.